Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Omega Speedmaster Dark Side of the Moon 44.25mm black ceramic watch chronograph. Reference 311.92.44.51.01.001. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this Speedmaster. Then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar Speedmasters. Then I'll tell you about the case bezel, dial, brace, and movement. Finally, try it on and give me my thought. So let's start with the history. And Omega's two biggest collections are the Seamaster and the Speedmaster. They're most well known for those two collections. The Speedmaster has its roots in traveling to the moon, and their most famous of those watches would be the Moon Watch, which was the first watch that ever went into space, and that's quite an achievement. They've gone, and since then, Omega has been synonymous with watches that have gone to the moon. You would think it would be like a bigger name such as Rolex, but it's not. It's actually Omega. And one of the hallmarks that they have in their watches is that all the moon watches, they look very similar, and they hence give it the name Speedmaster. Now, there's many different variations of the Speedmaster. They have the Moon Watch, the Heritage, which is a little bit more vintage style. They have the Dark Side, which is what you're looking at here, which I'll tell you in a little bit. They have a Speedmaster 38, which is kind of smaller for women. And they have a 2-counter, which has, instead of 3 sub-dials, has 2 sub-dials. And some other stuff, I think instrument or whatever. But anyways, the two main ones are the Moon Watch, that's the most famous, and then the Dark Side. Now, where did this watch stand in the lineup of other similar Speedmasters? Well, Omega came up with the Moon Watch in, I don't know, when they landed in the moon, 1962, something like that. So they landed over there, and they they needed a watch that could withstand, of course, the pressures of going up there, but also that did not need gravity or a rotor, for example, to wind the watch, because as you know, there's no gravity in space, right? So they had to come up with a different solution. So they used the old school method, which is the original method, which is a manual wind, because manual wind does not require any rotor, which does not require it to spin to produce any power. You can manually wind it. And so they came up with a Speedmaster, and this is what you see. But since then, 1962 is quite a long time away, or it's a long time ago. So they wanted to modernize the Speedmaster and make it more modern. And so what did they do? They added different colors, they added different materials, changed the size, added a bunch of different things, mostly in black. They do a gray ceramic, even a white ceramic. They do a white side of the moon, etc., etc. But basically, they've modernized it and made it much cooler, hipper, and sportier than the original Speedmaster Moon Watch. And the result is what you see here. There's not a lot of them, at least as of 25. There's only 10 dark side of the moons. They range in color variations, but more or less they're black with different accents and stuff. What you're looking at is the basic one. And as of May 2025, the retail price, by the way, has changed. I think it was $12,008. Now it's $13,004. Probably because of the Trump tariffs and inflation or whatever. So anyways, we're selling it for a lot less than that at jazztime.com. So look, if you want to get a good deal on this watch, please click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com. Okay, so the variation I'm showing you here is actually one of the original ones. And they came out with the Dark Side, I want to say something like 10 years ago in 2015 or somewhere around there. And it really took off and did very well for them because as I said, it modernized this collection, made it much younger, hipper, cooler, sportier, everything that you could imagine. And one of the hallmarks is that all the Speedmasters of the Dark Sides are all larger. They're 44 millimeters as opposed to 42. And they all use some funky materials such as ceramic, as you see here. And the benefits of ceramic is that it doesn't really scratch or break. It can break actually, but you have to really get hard. It doesn't really scratch much, although they do still scratch, but not much. Okay, that's a little bit about the history of where it stands. So let's talk about the watch itself. As I was just telling you, the case is 44 millimeters, and the other moon watches that this looks just like, actually basically looks like a moon watch, except that this one is 44 and those others are 42, and it has two counters, so it looks like a hybrid, because Omega also makes what they call the two counter. This one actually is a two counter. It has two counters, right, as you see. So that's also kind of cool. And it's 44 millimeters. Now, lug to lug, going from top to bottom, it's 50 millimeters, which is quite large, but it's not that large. You know, Audemars Piguet offshores are like 53 millimeters. Richard Milles are around 50, and deep seas are around the same, 50 or so. The thickness here is 16.1, which is a bit thick as well, but not extraordinarily thick. Deep sea is around the same, and the case diameter is 44. So it's definitely a large watch, no doubt about it. But it's meant to be. That's what this black ceramic and this style of look is meant to have a larger watch. Okay, and it's all made of black ceramic, by the way, which is not supposed to scratch or discolor. And so a problem with steel watches or titanium watches, they often scratch and they become quite unsightly after some time. Ceramic is going to maintain the same look pretty much forever. Of course, if you drop it, you can shatter it, but barring that kind of abuse, you're going to have your watch really look and more or less the same as the day it walked out of the factory. Okay, now that's the case, and now let's talk about the dial. The dial here is just a plain black dial, and you might just wonder, like, well, what's so special about that? Well, not much actually. I mean, it's a black dial, but you don't have to have a crazy accents all the time. They do make ones with crazy accents, make it with a sort of a vintage look. They call this Sedna black, so it looks vintage, but they make it with rose gold accents. They make it with these green, I think it's like green accents. They make it one that's all black, like completely black. Everything's blacked out, and they make a vintage black, which has the hour markers that are instead of white, they kind of look faded brown, and then they make just some other variations of it. Okay, gray ceramic, white ceramic, gray side of the moon. They make other cool ones, but what you're looking at is the basic one, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of times, you wear this watch every day and you want to match other clothing. You don't want it to kind of stick out all the time. So actually, I would think that the normal black, is actually pretty good. It might even be the best variations. It's a variation that you could easily wear every day. Okay, let's move on to the strap here. Well, I guess yeah, that's pretty much the most. We talked about a dial. It's black. I mean, what else is there to say? It has two counters. It's a chronograph. You have the hour on the right hand side and the seconds, running seconds. Actually, now that I'm looking at this a little bit more carefully, on the two counter on the right hand side, you have both the minute counter and the hour counter, which is pretty cool. So the long hand is the minute counter. Okay, so that counts the minutes. And then on the right hand side, you have the hour counter. Pretty cool hour counter. So you actually combine two of them in one, which is what the other two counters do. They have another collection called a two counter. And then you have running seconds on the left, and then you have the chronograph seconds in the center. So it kind of clears up the dial a little bit, makes it less crowded, and still accomplishes the same thing. I think other companies might actually do that. They should actually. Okay, let's talk about the strap, and very well done strap here. It's a canvas strap, and Omega was doing these canvas strap before, and it even became cool. After that, other companies started doing it, like Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, and so these canvas straps actually become very, very cool. And even Richard Mille does these canvas straps, because it's kind of a bridge between the alligator traditional and a regular like a rubber strap. It's right in the middle. It's a canvas strap, so it looks very sporty, but it's still, not completely sporty. So it's just a very nice touch. And of course, you have the same buckle that also done in black, and it looks quite nice actually. I like it. The buckle and the watch head, they all match each other. Okay, but I think the the foldover class, I think the top of it is ceramic, but the actual moving parts are titanium, if I'm not mistaken. Because yeah, it just makes more sense to do it that way. Moving parts should be in titanium because they have a little bit of flex to them, as opposed to ceramic, which has no flex to it. Okay, anyways, so let's see what we have here next. Also, take a look at the movement. Now, very nicely, Omega, for this price point, allows you to see the case back. And for such a long time, Rolex, the king of all watches, was not doing any case back showings. But now they finally relented, and they also show the movement. And it might have been in part due to other pressure from other brands, such as their competitor in Omega. This is an Omega 9300. It's self-winding, meaning it's automatic. So it has a 60-hour power reserve. It has a rotor, and it's actually a very beautiful movement. And they were one of the first to open up the case back and let people in on the beauty that exists underneath the hood. And other companies finally started following suit. And I think during this time, Autowarp PDA was not offering open case backs, or if they were, yeah, a lot of them were not offering open case backs, and Omega was. So now all those other big companies are starting to also offer open case backs, which is going to be the trend because people want to see what's under the hood, you know. Okay, anyways, that's it. So let's try this watch on my wrist. Now I'm 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. And as you see, this one watch looks really nice on my wrist. 44 is not too big, not too small, just right, in my opinion. And I could even say those who have a smaller wrist than me, for example, 7-inch wrist, could still wear it because this watch is meant to be worn big. It's not to be a small watch. And so, very beautiful, very sporty, well priced. You can get it way under retail. I think we're selling it for under 10,000 at jazztime.com, and the retail price of this 13.4. So you're getting quite a good bargain, and it's a very durable watch. It's also beautiful. It's cool. It's hip. What's there not to like? So click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.